What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Outerplane video. Sorry guys I didn't put anything out last night. It was crazy busy. I only put one video out in general, and that's like really rare for me to do. I'm usually dropping at least 4 or 5 a day. But because it was so busy, I wanted to come back today and do something. So I talked about what you want to focus on in terms of stamina when you are early game to mid game, right? And that is going to be mostly the storyline, and you want to focus on getting your adventure side quests out of the way for the side stories to get some of your actual extra tokens here for your characters, right? So that's a big part of the game. Now, once you get to a certain point where storyline becomes a lot more difficult and you're starting to need more resources and better gear, this is what I want to talk about first. I want to talk a little bit about the base itself and the equipment and what you want to focus on from a challenge perspective. So first off, this is your facilities, right? You're going to be unlocking quite a few of these. You're going to get yourself some creation information here. You're going to unlock this. You're going to get yourself some antimatter resource here. And this is going to help you unlock some of these extra things. Now, here's what you want to focus on, okay? First off, your manage facility section, get this part done for autoplay, okay? So your combat calculation, it's quick 3 modules, get them done, they're worth it. This will make your autoplay a lot smarter and better. And then you want to put a little bit of effort into your anti-particle generator, specifically in these craft clear ticket sections. Try to get at least the 2. If you can get the 3, that's even better. These tickets let you skip content using stamina without actually having to do the fights, so making it a lot easier. If you don't mind fighting though and grinding, you don't have to do this part, but I think this is worthwhile for me as I don't have the time. I don't want to keep my device on and make it super hot, so I find these to be extremely helpful. Now, this right here is increases reward accumulation up to 60 minutes. As you can see here, it goes to 120 eventually, and then 120 again, and that's how much of the actual items it can store. So that's food, chest, ethers, the antimatter, and one other item. I forgot what it was, but nonetheless, that'll help you increase. Now, this here increases ether gain. This will actually help you get a little bit more ether. It's okay, like it's very small amount, but it's not bad. Like, it's extra as a free to play. This is actually pretty decent for you, and it increases even further over here. And then this, of course, is your actual growth stuff, material for your growth. So that's like the character enhancement material, and then lastly the clear tickets, right? So this is actually a pretty important area to cover. Now, the expedition team I'm going to unlock next, and supply module will unlock. Now, Kate's workshop is what I've focused on after that, is because I'm looking to actually gear up now, right? Now, these crafting sections are very expensive, okay? So as you do challenge mode, you're going to get drops not only of gold and gear, but you're going to get crafting material, and crafting is a huge part of this game, just like it is in Epic 7, and it's going to be a major part of your end game, so you don't have to do this right away. I wanted to start so I get a heads up on it, but I'm going to unlock the 4-star, not until, though, I want to do the expedition team. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock this, and I'm going to show you guys what it's all about. So here we go. We unlocked it together. Now, expedition teams are going to work as follows. You get to do Gold Temple, which will give you gold, Abandoned Training Ground, which gives you food, Forge of Glory, which is massive for increasing your enhancement for gear, right? So getting you hammers. This Abandoned Factory of Revolution will give you guys reforged items for equipment, which we'll talk about very soon. And then the black market will actually give you guys some extra things here, like obtain consumables of normal to superior quality. So this here is going to be a place you're going to put a lot of work on, because the actual expeditions themselves is going to net you some things while you're AFK, right? And this is something you want to definitely focus on. So increase the number of expedition teams you can search by 1. Definitely get that up. So you definitely want more than 1 team. Right here, you want increases gold. This one increases EXP. This one increases enhanced material. And down here, you increase further, right? You can see here, I've got 0 antimatter. So we're going to put some focus on there. Now, my biggest issue right now currently is not this. This is to reforge white gear. It's blue and red gear. Those are the big ones right now that I'm focusing on. Obviously, green gear I've kind of reforged maxed already, because and I'll show you guys how to dismantle gear and use that, okay? And also I'm lacking hammers. So really, hammers is where I'm going to focus on the most. And then you can send one more team out, and then probably food, right? So let's go food. And I believe that's 2 of 2 teams right there, okay? So this is an hour. So you can see here, you'll get some items back. You definitely want to get this up eventually, because it's going to be a lot of rewards for you. So what I would do first, like I said, in managed facilities, is get your combat out of the way, get some of these anti-particle matters out of the way, leave Kate workshop for now. You actually don't need to do it. I did it for experimental purposes. I would do expedition and supply module next, and try to get some of your expedition up here so you can reap those rewards as the game plays in your AFK, okay? So that's what I would do for managing facilities. Now, next up, let's talk about equipment, okay? So I've talked to you guys before in regards to what you want to do for stats. Speed is king in this game, okay? So equipment is going to matter quite a bit. So if we go into our actual bag here, you can see here's all my equipment for what I've been farming. And remember, I'm completely free to play, okay? So your goal specifically, guys, is to farm blue and red gear. Blue gear is going to take you quite far. Eventually, you're going to start getting blue. You're going to go from blue to red gear, and you're going to get 4-star to 5-star gear from bosses, okay? And that's going to push you even further. But for a little while, blue gear is going to do a lot of work for you, so you definitely can focus on that for a while. Now, there's a system here called dismantle. Anything that you don't want, don't sell. Okay, selling is bad. This little cart, don't do that. Actually dismantle your gear, because if you dismantle gear, right, let's just do some of these here that I have had in the past. If you dismantle some of your gear here, you're gonna get yourself, here, let me go back here and do some of these as well, because they're that one is speed. Actually, that one we don't want to do. We can do that one. Anything equipped, you obviously can't, so unequip it if you don't want it. But look, watch. As we do this, right, you're going to get yourself some of these little these blobs, and they're going to let you reforge. You're going to get yourself some hammers back as well. Those hammers are going to be some of the hardest thing for you to deal with, not having. And it's going to cause you a lot of issues because you won't be able to enhance your gear. Now, you can use gear as well to enhance gear as well too, right? So if you don't have to do all of this, if you don't want to, you can use gear. It gives you less EXP, obviously, but if you have too many of these greens, you don't have to do it all. Like, I'll stop there, okay? So I'll dismantle this. You can see here, dismantle on 50 gear. You get yourself as well some of the achievements, and then if you go back, get this achievement out of the way, you get yourself some more hammers, right? So that's another good thing, is as you dismantle, you get more hammers. Now, these hammers, again, are going to be hard to come by. It's not the easiest to do. Now, for gear-wise, like I mentioned, speed is going to be king. So speed gear is going to be what you want to focus on. Now, where do you get speed gear? Okay, so there's a couple different ways to do it. Number one, when you log in for 4 days, they give you that 4-piece set you just saw, okay? There's ways to get it through the Sky Tower as well. If you go to challenge here, right here, Skyward Tower, a place to get it, but a lot more difficult, right? Like this, for example, gives you critical strike, speed, or lifesteal, epic helmet of your choice. And then another place to get it, and this is going to be where you're going to spend most of your time, is going to be in this challenge mode right here, Unidentified Chimera. Okay, so this Chimera here specifically drops some of the best gear, period. Gives you counterattack gear, gives you accuracy set, a speed set, and critical strike sets. Critical strike set is another big one that you may want to consider, but it's more like characters like Noah who have 100% critical hit chance with their burst damage, but speed is still going to be your number one. So you can do one of two things. You can get up to stage 6, which is fairly easy, and get it done, and farm this till you get yourself your 4 legendary 4-star sets of speed for all your characters, or you can try to push for this one here. But you can see here it's a lot higher and a lot difficult, and there's an actual extra debuff that the monster does in this fight in comparison. Okay, so keep that in mind. So what I end up personally doing is I'm farming stage 6. I go team setup here. I go to automatic, and then I just use my skip buttons. And if I don't have those, I just go into normal mode and I just farm this. Right? If I sweep, you can see here. There you go. So there's a bonus right there. There's a helmet there that just dropped. Pretty decent, not bad. There's a critical hit set right there with speed in it, so that's not bad. Got a couple hammers, some crafting gear, and then you get yourself a greens that you're going to probably get rid of. So this is where you want to probably focus on in terms of challenge mode. If you're looking for the best set of gear, this is the boss, okay? So obviously all earth boss, sorry. So you want to take as much fire as you can, bring them in, give them the ability to obviously have higher burst and AP gain with as much fire as you can. And then I have Noah here as my earth DPS as a backup because she's just absolutely crazy. Rin sucks in this fight, so do not bring Rin. She will get destroyed in this. So that's my suggestion, guys. Having a good solo burst DPS unit is essential here because the boss comes by itself. Take it out quickly, get yourself that gear, and come back in here and focus and get yourself geared up, and then move on in story mode. Now, in terms of story mode, I just want to show you as a free-to-play right now. Where am I at here? So let me just get all my stuff out of the way. Sure, accept. Friend list. Let's do this send real quick. In terms of story mode, I am currently right here on episode 8. Okay, last boss on episode 8 here. I haven't attempted it yet. I probably will today, just to get it done and move on to episode 9 and 10. And then remember, hard mode opens up. Now, if you don't want to farm the challenge modes, a lot of green gear does drop from regular story, and it'll continue dropping even more in hard mode and better star gear. So you don't have to do challenge mode if you don't want to. You can focus here, but like I said, eventually you're going to hit a CP wall and you're going to want to focus on equipment. So a couple things about equipment again. get yourself the challenge mode out of the way, farm speed gear if you can. Okay, remember also a good place to get yourself some pretty good gear is going to be the arena shop. So if you go to the shop, where is the shop here? Sorry, one sec here. Is it here? Yeah, right over here. Shop list. Go to, sorry, one sec, guys. Where is that? Right here. Arena shop. Remember, this set of gear is absolutely worth it. So definitely pick it up using your arena tokens. You're going to want those. So get those out of the way too. So that's a great place to get it. Pieces here, don't worry about. Friendship here, you want to only focus on getting yourself some stamina, some clear tickets, etc. Some of these things are actually pretty good too. Upgrade stones. Stars memory, again, there's really nothing here unless you're pay to win that you're going to purchase. And then normal here, there's nothing here for you anyways, right? So get yourself your gear from Arena 110%. It's worth it. It's legendary and it's got amazing stats with a lot of speed on it. So that's another good place to also focus. So adventure mode, challenge mode, Skyward Tower, and then for talismans and stuff, right? You want to make sure you do this challenge mode here, which is Archdemon Runes. You guys can probably at this point clear up to 4 and probably even finish that one up, right? There's 4 here, and it gives you additional things to get. Now remember, in this mode, your health remains through the fight. So it's kind of like one of those strategic tile placing games. Until you get to the boss and beat it, you won't get yourself your talisman. But talismans are absolutely worth it. They do a lot for your characters and they give you extra stats. Now eventually gems will start dropping and you can equip gems on there for more stats even further than what you have now. Alright guys, this is Payne. I hope this helped. Manage your facilities, get that gear, advance the story mode, and continue rinse and repeating until you're all done. Alright guys, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.